My boy Wizzo in the building, man. And it's kind of cold out here in Texas. I ain't gonna lie to you. So while we're here, man, we finna warm y'all up. If y'all listening, y'all tuning in, man. Like y'all welcome y'all to the show. Um, you know how it is out there. It's ice outside, but then again, there's ice outside. That's what somebody told me when I was coming out of Walmart yesterday. He said it's ice out here. And I got on my camo, and then he said, nah, but it's ice out here. I'm looking like fool, it ain't me. At the same time, you know. Oh yeah, man. We finna get this thing cracking, man. We're gonna go ahead and go across the top, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Yo, it's your boy 7 Points of Bliss, aka the Pomegranate Samurai, man. It's an honor to be here. If y'all want to check me out, I'm on all social media platforms under After Real Truth and my podcast called Cosmic Currency 777. You can check me out on Spotify as also you can check out my boy Wizzo on Wizzo Talk on Spotify too, man.
Go ahead, go across.
That's what's up.
And then the man himself.
All right, everybody. PM, appreciate you having me on. I don't know if we did a sound check. If I'm too loud or something, let me know. But this your boy Paul Wizzo. You can find me on Facebook at Paul Wizzo. And you can also find me on YouTube at Wizzo Talk 8972. And y'all check me out. I got an upcoming podcast tomorrow on the 28th Central Standard Time at 6 p.m. It's called MAGA Republicans and Their Love for Trump. So y'all check me out. Just Paul Wizzo.
Yeah, man. You know that's. I want to thank you again for coming on, man. And that love for Trump is crazy. I don't know if y'all seen earlier, but I posted a picture of drinking a Trump Kool Aid.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, drinking that Trump Kool Aid, man. So yeah, I think it's really real out here. To be honest with you, way things going with this ice out and stuff like this, man. It's kind of crazy out here in the world. What's going on, man? We done lost a couple of people, um, being murdered. I can say flat out murdered
Yeah.
by some of these agents out there. And I don't know what it seemed like to y'all, man, but to me, it seems like they got an email in their inbox when they got hired, and it says "kill at will" or "do whatever you want to do."
Mhm.
And that's the way I was really looking at it. Because the way things is going right now, man, you know what I'm saying? It seems like they went from the hood to face, to masked agents, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to get y'all take on it. I know y'all have been seeing the news and stuff like that and what's going on and stuff like that, man. So, Wizzo, you got any comments about what's going on, what you've been seeing, what's your thoughts on some of this?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Am I coming in too loud or too? I'm good.
Ah, you good, man.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Man, I don't even know where to start with these motherfuckers. I mean, I hadn't checked it out. I hadn't did any research on it, but they telling me some of them damn proud boys and some of the KKK and some of them up in there that they didn't hire as ICE agents, been paying them all kind of bonuses and all that stuff. Like I say, I hadn't checked on it to verify it. I didn't know that this was going to come up, or I would have done some research. So I'm just telling you what the word on the street is, and it wouldn't surprise me, man, because those guys act like they don't have no training at all. They don't care about. Uh, Person life, person respect. They pushing women, shoving women. They're even the commander is throwing smoke bombs, tear gas, or whatever the fuck it is. They just have no respect for any type of person's life or whatever, and they just renegades is what they are, and they gonna mess around and find out when they get to the wrong one. And I don't really want to say this. I don't wish any hurt, harm on anybody, but they'll fuck around and they'll find out, and there'll be some snipers setting up somewhere and shoot their ass. I know they got on bulletproof vest and all that shit. I tell them to aim for their dick, but that's just me. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I know people saying they're doing their job, but those guys are out of control. And I think that MAGA strong diehard supporters are loving it because they're not the target because they're white. You can't tell me that it ain't no white undocumented immigrants and all that shit that's here in the United States. They targeting brown skinned people, and MAGA, white MAGA, is loving it. And I think this gonna go down as the worst presidency ever. And Trump administration and all the rest of them up in there. I ain't gonna say that to her. But anyway, I'm gonna yield back my time and let Seven go and say, because I was about to say they need to hang all them motherfuckers to the neck until dead, but I ain't gonna say that
Don't
though.
say it then.
Yeah.
I get your point. Seven, what you got to say, man?
Oh man, hey, listen, I'm gonna piggyback off my boy Wizard, but I'm gonna say what he not gonna say, but I know he know. First off, these ICE police officers or whatever the fuck you want to call them, they doing what white people been doing since they came the fuck over here. They fucking up other races of people, but they have the audacity to try to tell motherfuckers they need to get out of their land when they don't even belong here. They kicking niggas out of some shit because they feel like somebody gonna take something from them, but that's not the case, right? So the whole thing with Trump and these motherfucking ICE officers is they doing what racist motherfuckers been doing. Like, bro, they might as well just call these ICE people the extra racist police officers because we had the regular racist police officers. Now these motherfuckers just turned up on some other racist shit. But this is what they there for, to attack Mexican people and all these other motherfuckers. They not really trying to get out the niggas that's not supposed to be here for real, for real. Because all these motherfucking white people not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? They attack other motherfuckers like Mexican people. This pretty much they land too. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. But motherfuckers going off of some I bought this land a while ago. Like you can't even buy land. This is earth, nigga. It's not for sale like that. These ICE people is fucking up regular people on some racist shit because they feel like people not supposed to be here taking what white people jobs. A lot of these jobs they feel like these Mexicans taking, white people don't even want them hoes. Black people barely even want them. Like these Mexicans is doing jobs that nobody really want. That's why they getting them so easy for real, right? But the whole thing with Trump is the reason why white people love him so much is because Trump don't have the racist shit. He not blatant with it, but you know he racist when you watch him moving and talking and shit he be saying. So all this shit is racial. You know what I'm saying? But white people love all this shit because they are low key racist. It's no way to not be a white supremacist when you living in a land based off motherfucking white privilege.
And a lot of the people that he did on, he freed or pardoned on January 6th, those were your Proud Boys, Boogaloo Boys, Three Percenters, the Liberty Boys, and all these different things like that, right? Um, they basically went back into being ICE. You know what I'm saying? They was free, pardoned, record be clear, be cleared, and everything. So he erased all that. It's nothing stopping them from being ICE agents. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take a lot to be an ICE agent. I passed on the opportunity. I know they was like, oh yeah, you can get X amount of dollars and all this. I'm like, man, I cannot sit here and think I can back this agenda because they taking the wrong initiative the way they even coming in. You can be an ICE agent or a police officer and do it the correct way. You know what I'm saying? But Seven said, you got the racist cops coming in to be ICE agents. It's still racism across the board. You know what I'm saying? So I seen one of the he made a post yesterday, man, and somebody had a lot to say about it. He's one of my clients and stuff like that. I said a Hispanic ICE agents is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really going after your people. Now don't get me wrong, though. Pedophiles, rapists, um, all the illegal stuff. Yeah, we don't need them, but it's just not Mexican people that do that. You know what I'm saying? You have that since the beginning of the time, and you have that across the world. It's that issue goes across the entire world. But when you're looking at what's being put out there, only thing you see is them targeting a large group of Hispanic people. I got brown homeboys, Mexican homeboys, essays and stuff like that. Work one of them like real close. You know what I'm saying? Every other job or something like that on some other stuff like that. But he really he puts on for the city. And to see them going out there like that, you know what I'm saying? I got to speak up for it because they all don't have that problem. I know a young lady that was actually assaulted and she got grabbed in a 7-Eleven, you know what I'm saying? And that was that particular isolated incident. But you can't tell me that these same white dudes that's coming in here with the white supremacists, excuse me, that's been coming in since the Turner Diaries and things of that nature has been coming in and trying to back what they call is the Constitution, all right? But they're gonna be supporting the Constitution and they're gonna die for it or whatever the case may be. But if you watch January 6th and all the videos and them going in there and doing the insurrection, all of one's like, we did it. We
Mhm.
done it. We finally did it. And it's a pamphlet that they've been following their whole life, what they call the white Bible, right? Of hatred, slavery, that they, the stuff they suppressing voter rights, everything that's been going on for the longest, man, and they feel that they done something on January 6th. Did y'all see the officer that's supposed to be the head of the ICE officers dressed up like Hitler?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't see that, but that make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dressed up like Hitler. The dude wearing a jacket, you know what I'm saying? They got him saluting and all that. Like, that's not what uniform is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they looking at me crazy yesterday because I had on the army fatigue. I've been wearing army fatigue since high school. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But one of the dudes was like, it's icy out here, and not the ice on the ground. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're trying to say, but I'm far from that. I
Yeah.
have my little YN Nike mask on and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but I'm keeping warm. But it's issues out there, man. I really think that they done infiltrated the system as becoming ICE agents. So did y'all see the dude, Alex, rest in peace, that got shot?
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
You see how they turning the Second Amendment around, trying to say all of a sudden nobody should be carrying a gun at the protest. But then
Oh,
you got the little white dude, Kyle Rittenhouse, went out there. He was 17 years old. His mother dropped him off over on the other side of the state line, which is illegal, to go out there and protest with his own firearm. Nobody gave him permission. Nobody told him to do it or anything of that nature. But he followed that, went to the court system, and then got pardoned again, right?
yeah.
But yesterday he made a post after Donald Trump was talking about, you shouldn't have a gun while you're protesting. He was like, shoot, pack as many guns as you want to.
That's what he posted.
Yeah. And he had
See.
a Gatling gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And when you talk about the Constitution, man, a lot of them diehard MAGA motherfuckers, they just want to use it for their advantage. Had this been a Democrat president in the office and this shit here happened, they'd have been had their drawers all up in their ass and everything, in protesting this and protesting that, just like the J6 guys. When you went up there, them motherfuckers had pepper spray, guns, and all this kind of shit like that. And then you have them talking about, oh, they're making excuses for them, whatever. So in other words, that was okay right there then, and just to go back to when Seven was talking about the white jobs, I mean, here you all these immigrants coming in, they losing their job, they're losing these jobs and shit like that. Well, why is Trump numbers so low still? His numbers are still low because don't nobody want them damn jobs. Nobody wanted them but those immigrants where they can go off in there and work a bunch of them together in that back bringing work out there in the fields, doing that farming and all that farming and picking this and picking those. They don't want that shit. But you got MAGA going, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they're not getting their ass out there doing that shit. And me, man, I think that some Democrats, I know Seven be like, fuck voting. He don't give a fuck about no voting. He don't understand why we do that. But I'm just saying that some Democrat people that I know for a fact can go ahead and say, if it's Democrat president up there and they voted for him, they can say, man, that motherfucker fucking up. He this, he doing that, he doing this, doing that. You catch them diehard MAGA Republican guys, they ride or die. They don't give a damn if their mama lose everything, their grandparents lose whatever. They are riding Republican. They are not going to say anything bad about their guy. They're going to ride with him because they totally 100% loyal to that motherfucker. And I don't understand why. Because that Republican or that Democrat guy does not know you at all. Don't know who in the fuck you are. But they going to ride with him. And I'll be like, man, you motherfuckers is just so stupid. Ain't nothing in my life that changed from no president, from Obama, from Biden, from Trump, from none of them motherfuckers. And I am not no diehard behind any of them some bitch because they're gonna tell you whatever they want to get in office, and it's gonna be something totally fucking different. That's just my thoughts on it.
Hey, Wizzo, what you think about if they impeach him or get him out of office? What do you think about all the Republicans that's backing him now? Are they going to continue it or are they going to try to flip sides?
Oh, they're gonna flip because they've done it before. What's that motherfucker name? Lindsey Graham. I think that old motherfucker, Mr. Freeze, is about to get out of there. I forgot his name from Kentucky. I can almost think his name. They're going to go on and flip because all of them was totally against Trump. Even that motherfucker Ted Cruz, he probably be on his way back from out of state now since the weather got cold coming down. But all of them once are going to flip back over once the Democrats hopefully get enough win the midterms and all that shit and get a chance to impeach him and get enough votes to impeach him, then they all going to go on and go totally against him. Right now, they riding Trump's dick to go and get what whatever they want to get voted in, all these new people that's coming in. So I'm just hoping that the Democrats do get up in there, get a strong showing, win the midterms by a landslide, and go up impeaching because Mike Johnson and Trump then both said if the Democrats win midterms, they're going to impeach me. That tells you right there the shit that the motherfuckers doing is illegal. But guess what though? His pockets is getting fat, and all of the maggots out there that love and support him and sucking his dick from the back, they getting broker. How you like the grocers now, motherfuckers? But that's just my thoughts.
They say he made like 1.7 billion by being in the
Easy.
office. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you don't know what money he's funneling through. The person that he exchanged ICE agents with, the head of the Nazi guy that was trying to
Mm-hmm.
act like a Nazi, they brought another dude in. They say he took bribes of like $50,000
Yeah.
to help do something on the border. Now they bringing him in and going to this new area, well, the area where the chaos is. So
Yeah.
they say you can't trust him, but um uh, Cruz came in, he was actually speaking up against him. I didn't think he had the nerves to do it, but he actually did. He made a comment today saying, you know what I'm saying, it's out of pocket doing that. So from white hoods to max agents, Seven, what you think about that, man? You think it's what percentage you think that's in there?
I think they all is white hoods, dog. That this shit ain't never changed, bro. Cause if it did change, these motherfuckers wouldn't be preaching about people need to get out their land so heavy. Like these motherfuckers still have the same ideology, and that's what they push heavy, bro. You know what I'm saying? This whole government shit, like I've said to y'all before, that shit is not our game. Like y'all voting is cool, but to believe in the American government is the equivalent of you inviting your friends over to your crib and they bring their own board game. That ain't your game, nigga. That's their game. It's your house though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like motherfuckers is shitting on you, bro, and they make these laws up to shit on other people to take advantage of them, right? And then we all just looking stupid following their rules. But the crazy part is what my man Wizard was missing is these motherfucking people is gonna stay back in the government and the presidents because they all white. They all have the same fundamental principles, bro. That's why they fucking with this nigga. See, every other race they understand how to kind of stick together. And the white motherfuckers got the best with the way they stick together, unless it's a white motherfucker that's trying to stick up for black people. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen you post a video earlier, and there was a white man talking about black people, and you know what I'm saying, and how we should be feeling about slavery, right? And motherfuckers say, well, they didn't live through it, but motherfucker, we still celebrating Christmas and all this other shit that
yeah,
happened thousands of years ago. This they shit, but
yeah,
they feel a way about that, but we can't feel about them. We can't feel no way about them abusing us, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing, right? Now, the only thing that's going on with the black people, why we're not really sticking together, because we tried with Obama, and then somehow white people had turned us against OJ Simpson for killing the white lady, even though he said he didn't kill a white lady. I don't give a fuck. I still like OJ. You know what I'm saying? That whole glove shit was funnier than the motherfucker, man. But the
Yeah.
thing is, they continuously torn us apart. So now we all side eyeing each other and shit. White people don't really side eye each other. They support each other businesses. They do different types of stuff like how we trying to do it. But see, they tearing us apart and they put us against each other so effortlessly, bro, that now they don't even really gotta care. You know what I'm saying? White people is fucking with white people heavy. You know what I'm saying? Trump, the reason why motherfucking white people love him so much is because they already know Trump is racist. He gonna say some crazy shit. And they align with that crazy shit because they all raised like that inside their houses. You know what I'm saying? So when we looking at that systematic thing of the government and the Ku Klux Klan and shit like that, right? We gotta look at it as such. These systems was formed under that system. You know what I'm saying? These niggas just took the white hoods off and made other uniforms. It's still the same shit. It's just a different color. But we not looking at that. We think, oh, they're here to serve and protect us. They say they here to serve and protect people. But what people are they serving and protecting though? We're not thinking about that shit. The same thing with the government. You know what I'm saying? What gave this nigga a power to be a judge? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker lock you up for killing somebody. But what if you killed this nigga in self-defense? Nigga, you still gonna go to jail. They already made that clear. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They just gonna do what they want to do to fuck other people over, bro.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time, man. They bred in this. Like You know about the Turner Diaries?
Nope.
Okay, it's a book that they go by, and that's what influenced the insurrection of January 6th.
Mm,
They had this. It's called the White Bible, right? It's a red book, the Turner Diaries. It's been going on since way back in the day. It showed them about taking over the government, hanging, killing blacks, killing Mexicans, killing Asians, anybody that comes in contact with them, and any white person that goes against them is also saying they can die too. So I know y'all seen the video of the noose that they put up in front of the White House during the insurrection.
Mhm.
Saw that?
crazy.
Yeah,
That all came out the Turner Diaries. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So they was like, okay, they're gonna go and get Nancy Pelosi, all of anybody that was up in there that was going against him that Agent Orange was talking about, and then hang him right there. He was supposed to be hung right on in the public. That all came out of this book that they keep on passing on from generation to generation to generation. It's so much influence in there. I wanted to go read it just to see what they really thinking about, because I don't know
Right.
the whole blueprint of what they thinking about. And I think I need to know the blueprint so I know how to deal and maneuver around these fools when they doing what they doing. All
yeah.
your insurrectionists, them 3%ers and all them, bro, they're following the same thing and they're training. Meanwhile, our black people, they worried about lace fronts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What kind of Nikes they finna go put on, eyelashes, twerking in front of the camera. What kind of Gucci purse we fixing to go buy from somebody else to go make them rich? And we ain't really paying attention to what's going on. So I ask a lot of my people that I know, I like say, man, you have any protection for your family? Nah, man, I don't want to be caught with no gun. I ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? I believe I'm a peaceful person. That's cool. What you gonna do when they come knocking at your door and break in there and rape your wife and make
Mhm.
you watch and
Yeah,
then abuse your kids? How you gonna protect them? You gonna get that butter knife out of the kitchen sink? Like what's gonna happen? So the Turner Diaries, man, is something that we really need to look into and start watching, because it's a 2-hour series that was showing that what was gonna happen a whole year before the election was supposedly been taken from him before the insurrection. FBI had already been like investigating these groups. They got hate groups out in like these little back roads, these little back countries, man. They taking over abandoned buildings and they
yeah,
doing all the training that they need to do. Meanwhile, in the hood, ain't nothing going on.
yeah. Yeah. And I don't know if nothing's totally going on in the hood because I just can't say. I think there are certain groups out there that's doing something we may not know about. But for the majority of them, yeah, you got the hood guys. They slinging and doing whatever, and they walking around with their Jordans and they Nike this and Nike that and whatever and all that stuff like that. So I don't know. I think more of the white people are doing a lot more training than we are. I think that they have more weapons and guns and then brought their family up on them. But I covered that on Wisdom Talk one time about, I think it's on the Black Gun Club. I think I saw that, and they was training they 9, 10-year-old kids, and in the comments was all white people. Oh, you training them to be robbers, and you training them to be this and training them to be that. All negative, of course. When them the ones that's growing up being fucking serial killers and rapists and pedophiles and different things like that or whatever, and been training their kids forever. So I just don't. We have to do better. We have to. And I don't know what it's going to take. I see someone posted, as long as we're fighting one another, we can't focus on the real enemy. And I think we are fighting against one another. We're pushing against one another, but not all of us. I think some of us will stand together, but not enough of us. And I've said it before that usually the MAGA guys and all them, they're usually only going to pick on the weakest link. So if you that motherfucker out there walking by yourself and you don't have nothing strapped but you better watch your back because they sub to do a drive by and throw your ass in the back of a truck or see you at the red light, because a lot of Trump didn't build a confidence up on a lot of them, but they still know who to fuck with. And let me just touch on one thing when you was talking about the justice system. We can't trust the justice system. The justice system is totally against people of color. It's been proven over and over and time again with all the people falsely incarcerated. And here you are getting the justice system is giving Trump everything that he wants. I can't think of that governor of New York a while years ago. I think it was the governor where he made it legal for them to stop and
Hop and frisk.
frisk. I almost call his name because he ran for president. That billionaire, that motherfucker. But now you look at it, they got it right back. Can walk up to your door, ask you all kind of this shit. Come on, man. You know who they target? They targeting us, people that look like us. And you have a lot of the white people love it, but not all of them, because you have some white people that out there, that's hating this fact and totally against it. But does that mean can you trust them? I don't know. Use your own judgment. Because I was just sitting back wondering the other day. I say, man, I wonder out of all of the white people that I played football with, I wonder how many of them out there now are really showing their true colors. I was their friend back then. I was Wizzo this, Wizzo that. But now, and I wonder, I never know, but because they won't say it to my face or whatever, but they may have that hood on back in the cut some goddamn well. So just to say, man, just the justice system is not for us. It never have been, but it's nothing that we can do about it. I will tell you this, that if you get stopped by the cops or by ICE or whoever, you see them walking up to your car, get your goddamn camera out and go live. Go live right there on the spot, because if they wind up killing your ass or fucking you up, you'll never get their footage. So you got to make sure you have your footage. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Seven, what's your take on that?
And man, me personally, man, if I seen them motherfuckers walking up to my shit, I'm gonna start screaming rape. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting everybody involved in that shit. Fuck that shit. And if I got a lady with me, I'm gonna get her to start screaming rape. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I want everybody to be paying attention. Cause I'm with Wizzo, man. Turn that camera on. But if you ain't got no camera, then you better try to get everybody you can get involved in that shit, because that's truly what's giving a lot of these systems power, is the fact that everybody try to act like they minding their own business. You know what I'm saying? In some communities, when a motherfucker get pulled over by a cop, other motherfuckers is coming over to see what the fuck is going on, and that we need more of that happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I get stopped by a cop, I want motherfuckers to come over and pay attention to what's going on. Almost like they seen a fine ass bitch with a flat tire. Nigga, come on over and help me out, man.
And help.
Yeah. Hey, and look at
Listen to what these niggas talking about. That's what the power is. You know what I mean?
Look at Mark McNeil. Mark McNeil said this. Hey, it's crazy person hour on the Wizzo show.
yeah,
Is that the same Mark Wizzo?
yeah, that's him. And hey, Mark, as always, we appreciate you tapping in. We all comments are welcome. We share everything, but I'm on the PM podcast right now. I'm a guest, but I shared this live on my feed. And Mark, I'm always glad to have you drop in. I know that
Always.
you are a diehard Trump supporter. I know that you're white, and hey, I appreciate your comments, but would you vote if Obama was the pedophile and the rapist? Would you have voted for him? Now I already know what you're gonna say to that, Mark. But I've sent you millions, not millions. I don't know how many invitations to come on Wizzo Talk. You can even wear a sheet over your head if you feel comfortable.
It cut the little holes out.
With the holes cut out. I would love to have you on here, but
Do
I
that,
know,
Mark.
yeah,
That's crazy
Mark,
work, man.
he's not going to come. But hey, Mark, you keep the comments coming. Though it's free speech, say whatever you want to say. But you already know how I feel about Trump. I'm sure you probably sucking his dick from the back and loving it. He probably didn't come all in your mouth and ready to bust a nut in your ass. But Mark,
Right.
you okay with me because you come in here and you support Wizzo Talk and you supporting PM Podcast, and we appreciate your comments. I'm gonna still talk shit about your ass any goddamn.
Send me your address. I want to see some holiday cards and stuff like that. Christmas, New
Yeah,
Year's.
yeah,
I ain't even send you a Valentine's Day card, man. But I do appreciate you coming on, man.
hell yeah, yeah. More than
What's that
welcome.
boy said? Riding with Rico. 7 is a fool. Screaming rape. Oh, you're got rape. Yeah, man, it's real serious out there, man. Like it's wild that we're getting to see this, and they don't have no breaks on nobody. And that kind of reminds me of that little thing that they said in the Turner Diaries. It's like if you going against us, you can get it too.
Yeah,
And they don't have no, like when they shot Alex, I mean, I think he was protecting the woman on all 4 hands and knees, shot him in the back of the head, disarmed him. So they was talking about the Second Amendment right? I think his Second Amendment right to carry and bear arms, and it was infringed upon. It was violated. You know what I mean? Not only did they take his weapon, they murdered the dude for protecting a woman. You know what I mean? This dude showed respect to veterans. he showed he was an ICU nurse, you know what I'm saying? And everybody in there said, he was a stand-up fella. And I seen him actually land American flag on people like they did him before they walked his last walk through the hall.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, what do y'all think about y'all Second Amendment and right, man? You got the NRA kind of like pissed off too, but at the same time, it's like, how can they get on the internet or get on the news and then all the way turn the narrative around as if it's not possible? But when Kyle did it, when you seen the insurrections, all the three percenters, the Boogaloo Boys, and all of them, they had their what? AR-15 rifles standing there with their magazine.
Yeah.
Seven, what you think about that, man?
Yo, man, hey, I know this is gonna sound extra controversial, but I feel like people should be able to have their guns. The guns not the problem though. It's the people that's the problem. So what they need to do is they need to start mentally evaluating certain motherfuckers before they let them get guns. But I feel the same way about people who call themselves the bosses and shit at jobs. These niggas is not giving motherfuckers mental tests. You in charge of other people. They need to have a mental test for certain people, man, because motherfuckers out here, they stupid for real. You know what I'm saying? Either do that or kick this motherfucking race wall. Goddamn, man.
I want to welcome Scrappy to the podcast. What up, Loco?
What up, Scrap?
Hey, man. So Scrap, I'm glad you're here, man. It was a New Year's. Didn't you have somebody that was affected by the murder?
Yeah,
A murder by an ICE agent. Go ahead and explain to the people, man.
yeah. I don't know if everybody's tapped into the whole incident that happened in Northridge on New Year's Eve, but yeah, off-duty ICE agent came out of his house. Excuse me. Shot a black man. I can't say unarmed black man because he was armed. You know, it's New Year's Eve. He popped it in the air. Okay. I, I don't know why he's in Northridge doing this when everybody's in LA doing it. He could have just blended in, you feel me? And it wouldn't be no issue because
Mhm.
ICE ain't coming to South Central. They know better. You get what I'm saying? Which will bring me back to this other topic in a minute. But yeah, so he was letting off in the air. He had an AR. Off-duty ICE agent came outside, told him to stop shooting or whatever. Just because the dude didn't comply, the ICE agent shot the man dead.
So he
Father
didn't brandish the weapon or nothing. He just boom,
father
boom, boom,
of a
open
little
fire.
girl, father of a little girl. Dude is a upstanding citizen, no gangbang affiliation, none of that. Hardworking father, you know, provider, protector. He just got a little too tipsy and was shooting off on New Year's Eve. So this ICE agent decided to take this man's life because he didn't comply. You get what I'm saying? It's like, and at some point we got to stand up and do something because in a minute, like I was telling somebody else, when they done with the Hispanics and all of that, who you think they coming for next? Let's keep it real
Divide and
funky.
conquer.
Mhm.
Let's keep it real funky out here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's not pale skin, clear, whatever you want to call them, Caucasians, you know, cannibals, whatever, they coming for us next, man. So yeah, this our fight for sure. So you know, it's cold outside. Keep your heat. You feel me? But LA is going down just like Minnesota. We just ain't getting popped about
Oh,
it. Like, you know, I'll feel bad for the families in Minnesota, but they know where to do that shit at. They
Mhm.
know not to come over here to Cali, LA, and you know get all up in South Central trying that bullshit. We'll knock their heads off, bro,
Yeah.
with no
and
hesitation.
Mark says you must understand that Trump is truly saving the country, and you will appreciate him in the future, especially seven. So,
Yeah.
Mark, do you think they had the right to kill Alex, shoot him an
Hey,
unarmed man
yo.
in the back of the head?
He
Mark,
not gonna
uh,
answer that.
Hey, man,
type that in there.
let me say
Type that
something
in
real
there.
quick, dog. Hey, yo, to this comment, this motherfucker talk about saving the country. Are you talking about who he saving the country from? Cause y'all was the niggas who took the shit and started destroying shit. Y'all who the motherfuckers country need to be saved from. You trying to save the country from a nigga who belong here? That's crazy work, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get the mindset by it. Like, these are colonizers talking about saving some shit, nigga, that they took over and start destroying, fucking up water and fucking up land and fucking up air. Why is he not saving it from y'all? Y'all need to save it from yourself. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
You know,
The same
you
people they
know,
trying to report is the ones that was here first.
yeah, yeah, and we already know how Mark is. Mark is not going to say anything. Mark is going to be the same way Christy Noel was is when she talked about the guy that was shot, how he was weapons against it. So Mark is diehard Trump. So no matter what we say or whatever, he is going to ride or die with Trump. But I'm gonna say what when Scrappy was saying, it wasn't Scrappy, right?
Yeah,
Low. Yeah. When he was saying they know where to send them, yeah, I agree with him on that. They know where to send ICE. They know what part of the neighborhood not to send them others in. And when they
yeah,
talking about they after all of the bad guys, the convicted this and the rapists and all that shit like that, they thinking about the ones in the White House. Here, Pete Hegseth, I think he right up in there with them motherfuckers too, you know. But the white people, everything white is right. You know, that's the way they want to do it. And anything black is bad. But I agree with them that they're not going to send them into the wrong side of the neighborhoods because they know what's going to happen to their ass. They got their armor on. But I believe that some of these neighborhoods got that fucking heat with them. And then just to go back to one thing when Seven was saying something about checking these motherfuckers for see if they crazy, whatever. But my thing is to say this here is you're gonna get a gun anywhere it goes. They order these ghost guns, so whether you go into the store or wherever you buy it from, if you want a weapon, you can get it. That's why you see some of these guys, the gangs, whatever, then broke into the pawn shop, they done stole guns. The guns are out there on the street. If you want one, you're gonna get one, whether you're crazy or whatever, however you may be. If you want one, somebody out there gonna sell you one. You may not get it legally, but you can get one.
oh yeah,
I'm
easy.
glad you said that because there's a this is a fun fact that the military has missing 100, no, excuse me, 1 ton of ammunition or weaponry that's missing from the military. They don't know where it walked up and went to. Did it fly out, fall out, whatever the case may be? It's 1 ton, a ton of weapons that's missing from the U.S. military. How is that possible? And we supposed to be one of the most secure and one of the most highest ranked, best armies in the world.
Yeah.
You tell me why and who helped them get a ton of weapons and where did they go? Because I don't know nobody that ever told me, "Hey, I got some weapons from the U.S. Armory." I can guarantee you was somebody in that military at an upper rank that was helping funnel these weapons out, parts, pieces, and stuff like that that we don't even know about, that we can't even. And there're gonna probably be a lot of automatic weapons, grenades, and all kind of stuff. But that's stuff that goes unreported, man.
Yeah,
And how that happened in this here America, but yet Trump is gonna make it better. He gonna make it greater. So,
nah,
Mark, if you can explain something like that, man, you know what I'm saying? I will really value your opinion, but I don't think you're gonna have the answers for that one too. It's probably like a shock to you at the same time.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Hey,
what you guys think about that, man?
let me say
Marky,
this on that. Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, okay. Let me just say this. And I just watched the Frank Lucas documentary. I didn't read the research up on it or anything like that. But you saw when he was getting that army load of drugs shipped over to him and everything like that. You know, got to
Hmm.
plug my power in because he had that money. You know, and he was going straight. You know, cut out that middleman and getting it over there. Like I said. So my point is, we'll never know who it is,
Never.
but that money is talking, and they're getting them guns from the streets, from the army. There's never been. It won't be posted. The army and the military. I've never been in the military. A lot of friends have, and they talk about how the army waste shit, leave shit. I think they left shit in Afghanistan. They left shit in Iraq and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah,
those weapons and all that stuff. They're making their way here to the U.S. underground, and they're being sold. And if you want one, PM, I can bet if you was in, let's say, LA or whatever, or Dallas, and you got talking about you wanted a rocket launcher, shit, somebody can get you one. You just got to make the right contact because they got that
I'm glad
shit
you
out there.
said that.
That's
Hey,
big business.
Scrap,
That's
do
big
you
business.
remember Danny, our homeboy Danny, in like
McMillan.
6th grade? His pops used to go over to Mexico, and he had that
Oh,
that
yeah,
rocket launcher in the truck.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's the
yeah.
sixth
He was
grade,
the
huh?
first one. He was the first one in the area with all that army military gear. Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
was the
that's
guy.
the shout out to Danny. I mean,
Shout out to Danny, man.
yeah, his
Straight up.
pops is like, he was real cool with us. He know I nothing from us. He's like, yeah, I say I got a rocket launcher to the truck. We're bringing it through Mexico, hitting through the truck. And this is before the scanners and all that. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, dang, that's what life is about when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
That fool had
Hey,
grenades and everything.
hey, yo,
Amber
can we
said, real talk, Seven. It's never been a white person's land, and it's white people that hate that.
oh, they
Facts.
know. Hey, listen, they know the truth, man. I just want to say real quick. I want to give a shout out to my man Scrappy and his surroundings, cause god damn, that nigga look warm as hell. He ain't got a scarf on or none of that shit. I'm over here cold in the motherfucker. He look comfortable in the bitch, man.
Hey man, land of the scandalous, man. We had high 70s today. You feel me?
Damn, that sounds nice, man.
The
Look at the
sun was
sky in the
sunny
background.
today, bro. I was top
I
down.
know, right? He got the sky, everything, his shit open.
Right. Yeah, I'm
That's
chilling in
good.
the garage, P.
West Coast then.
You know, man, that Cali life.
Yeah.
Palm trees and good weed. You dig me?
Yeah, yeah.
Already, shit. Palm trees are good weed. Don't
Hey,
leave out the pussy.
huh?
Don't leave out the pussy. I
Hey,
know it's
man,
plenty out there.
I ain't even gonna speak on that. That's a whole nother podcast, right?
So man, they got these white boys running around. They feel so entitled right now. I don't know if y'all seen, but they got the fake ICE agents running around right now,
Yeah, yeah. The
dressed up like
gang,
ICE. There was an arrest in Texas.
yeah, the
Hey,
gang.
that's crazy. Cause hey, man, hey, listen, that ain't nothing new, dog. It's only new because they call them ICE agents. For the longest period of time, white people been dressing up like police officers, and they
Police.
wasn't, and they going around fucking with people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a story I had seen. It was a white dude. He dressed up, and then this nigga motherfucker fake pulled somebody over on a highway and shit, like he was an officer. But
Yeah,
then white people love that shit, which you don't even see a lot of people using this, right? But the most people you'll see using this shit is white people, and they be like, citizens arrest. What the fuck does that mean? Nigga, you gonna get your ass beat up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
You try that if you want to.
I know,
Hey
right?
man, I seen them fools. They was up at McDonald's taking a lunch break. Right, that's what he said.
Yeah,
They walked up to him and said, "Hey man, y'all ICE agents?" They was like, "Nah, we just running around here chasing people
Crazy,
around."
man.
Had the ICE patch on the thing, had the
they
camo, had the
been getting
vest,
turned
flak
away.
jacket, and everything. And they
They
said,
been
"So
getting
what y'all
turned
doing
away.
now?" He said, "I'm taking a lunch break."
Yeah, but they've been getting turned away from certain restaurants though.
Yeah.
A lot of these people are not welcoming them to their establishment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of it. Like we got to stand up. At some point in time, you got to stand for something.
Yep.
You gonna let them
False
exterminate?
anything.
No way. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Matter of fact, the other day they just killed another cat over there in Compton, over in
Yeah.
Willowbrook area, Mona Park, Mona Park area. Man, they just knocked another one off. But see, like I said, they know where to insert these dudes, right?
Yeah.
Mona Park area is predominantly Hispanic. You get what I'm saying? Even though it's Compton, it's predominantly Hispanic. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, insert them over there. But I bet you ain't gonna insert them in the 6 O's or in the Hoovers or in the Denver Lanes or in the Athens Parks or in the
Hmm.
Cedar Blocks or like, come on, man.
Yeah, they're
So
gonna be like crabs in a barrel. They're gonna all be stuck in a certain area. They ain't gonna know where it's coming from. I believe
exactly,
that's why they didn't want to take them to Chicago. They didn't want
yep,
to take them. They had them in LA and got them out of LA. It's gonna be certain areas you don't find them like really deep into the hood where they can get sniped off because the backyard got a backyard and the
Mm-hmm.
backyard got a pit bull and then the pit bull got a pit bull. It's gonna be a
yep,
lot of stuff that's going down to where they just can't maneuver like that. And I seen when they shot that dude out there, Alex. You seen them? They got up out of there, man. They didn't check and give him no medical attention. They just checked how many holes they put in, and then they burnt out.
Yeah.
And then the next day, they had thousands of people out there protesting. And I don't know what they thinking though, but you can keep on playing this game of your gang against everybody else. It's not enough of y'all.
not enough.
35,000. I think it's 3%ers in one of these little white militias they got in here. But
Yeah.
when you add the people that's in America, you don't have a chance, man.
Yeah.
You won't have a chance.
No, you don't have no chance, man. And I think I already said that some of them had already been had a price tag put on their head and shit like that. And you catch the people say, "Oh, they just doing their job. They just doing their job." Nah, them
Really?
motherfuckers is going
What
excessive.
job?
Yeah, exactly.
Show me the
And I
job that
think,
says they supposed to do what they doing.
yeah, I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
shit,
Show me that.
yeah,
Because at the same time, it's like, you ever heard of citizens arrest?
yeah,
So we can do our job and arrest them for doing some shit that's falsely. You know what I'm saying? Like you're robbing us of the Constitution, but then you saying that you're trying to make America great again. I don't understand this. It's contradiction. You get what I'm saying? Like, for one, America wasn't y'all's to begin with. It was the Hispanics. You feel me? So therefore, why not make America great for them again? If anything, why? Because it doesn't add up to your bottom line, which is finances. You get what I'm saying? War, which is money. Speaking on that missing ammunition, you just went and snatched a man and his wife from his whole country in Venezuela. You can find them, but you can't find this goddamn military ammunition and you get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, make this shit make sense.
Well, I gotta ask y'all, when was the last time America was great?
Shit. My dad in his late 80s, and it ain't been great since he been alive. And
Who?
my dad, he's in his late 80s, and it hadn't been great since he been alive. The motherfucker, America. When was the last time America was great?
Was it really great then, though?
Shit.
All respect.
Well, you know,
was it really great then, though? You feel me?
Yeah.
so they saying it because I believe when it was great is when they had slaves, when they can go in there and rape all women.
Oh, to
When they can
them,
go in
yeah.
there and have us work for them. That's when I think they say American was great.
And let me just say, oh goddamn, PL,
damn.
we're gonna send him some
There
band.
you
Oh, there you
There
go.
you go.
And,
Yo, what the Yo, run over. Y'all finna get a whole lawsuit. What? Whole lawsuit. Yeah. Hit and run. Hit and run. That's a hit and run. Hit and run. Hit and run. That's a hit and run. Hit and run. Hit and run. Look, hey, watch out with that weapon. That weapon. Yo, watch out. What's wrong with you?
Look, he hopped out.
You hit her. Yo.
Watch what they about to do though.
You hit her. You guys hit her. You guys hit her. What's wrong with y'all?
I'm not. Oh, wow.
Y'all bust a whole U-turn in the middle of the street. Y'all hit her. Y'all on camera. Leave her alone.
Now this taking place in Chicago.
She trying to go to work. She's trying to go to work.
What the fuck?
No, what? Y'all some crazy. Y'all got no heart, for real. No heart. No heart. She's a female.
Get off of her right now.
You guys hit her. How you guys gonna arrest her?
Get off.
You guys hit her. Man, how y'all gonna arrest her, man? Y'all bogus as fuck.
Get off her.
Hey, man.
You hit her. You guys hit her. You guys hit her.
Now that's supposed to have taken place in Chicago. ICE agents was trying to get out of there real fast. They busted a U-turn, hit that young lady in her Mercedes. She was proceeding to go down the street. You see how they jumped out?
yeah.
Now we all have daughters, man. I mean, I think something like that would make me flip out. I ain't gonna lie to you, like because you know right now that's a whole different situation, man. I don't even know how I would take that.
Well,
You-
I'm gonna
you
say,
You would have to stand up at that point. You would have to stand up at that point. I understand videotaping it and all that, but you know what I'm saying? Unite. You got to unite. You got to assemble like Voltron and take over these dudes right there on the spot. Citizens arrest, like I just said. Like you can't allow misconduct and criminal behavior to happen right in your face and then say that you fighting this fight. You're not fighting this fight just by talking about it. You have to actually get involved. And if I was there on the scene right there, yeah, we'd have had a problem. Because I'm not going to allow that.
So how do you step in and stop them when he gets out militarized? He gets out with the AR-15, the guns. They come out masked up and they weapons. The average people probably not even carrying at that moment. Like, what do? Do you get out and start fighting? Do you just risk taking a bullet, or what?
No, you have to be smart about it because, of course, one person can't take all 4 or 5 or whatever that was of them. But if you somebody that's live in that community right there, I'm pretty sure you know some people. So therefore, get on the phone real quick. Hey, get outside real fast. Come outside. Come help me. Come do something. Yell some names, honk some horns. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, we have to organize. I seen a post earlier. They were saying it's not the numbers, it's the lack of organization.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? We haven't organized great enough for even our own selves. We still fighting ourselves, which is stupid. But we have to unite. Once we unite, once we assemble, like they doing, like the Proud Boys and the Liberty Riders or whatever the fuck they call. Once we assemble like that, they can't stop us, bro.
Yeah. And I'm gonna piggyback on you on that, Scrap. Seven has mentioned that before because we've had some military guys on Wizzo Talk, and he was saying, once they go ahead and organize us and train us to know what we need to do or whatever, and when because they don't make it no secret where they're going to next and what neighborhood they're going to and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
once they do that, and you got those guys, the ex-military guys, that's training up this group of guys on how to take care of, how to plan the attack and stuff, so forth and so on like that, then all hell gonna break loose. But like somebody was saying, that's what they wanted us to do. They wanted us to get out there and do that. But my thing is, they gonna pull the wrong person out the car, because had I been in there and that's my daughter and I'm staying scrapped and locked and loaded or whatever, I'm dying that day, because I'm gonna try to shoot and kill some of them motherfuckers, because I'm not fixing to let them pull that out, my daughter out the car while I'm in there. And at the same time, when you have a group of guys but first let me say this before I say that. Y'all remember the black guy that the cop killed his son and he killed another cop or ran over him or something like that? I forgot that guy's name. And people was out in the comments and they're talking about, well, he didn't get the right cop. He didn't get the right cop, but he got one of them.
Right.
So if you get out there and these guys plan the attack, or you train and we're trained and we're taught, you may not get that one that pulled that trigger on that person, but you got one of them.
It's not about revenge, it's about making a statement, letting these motherfuckers know we're not gonna keep standing for this shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not about, retaliation, revenge, and get back and all that. It's about actually doing something and letting them know they can't keep doing us like this. It's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Seven, how do we start by organizing something like this, Seven?
I mean, I think people just need to come together, man. Honestly, they be having those neighborhood watches and book clubs and all. Niggas need to be coming together under that kind of shit. Hey, listen, if they were smart, I say it's a book club or some peaceful shit, and we be up in that motherfucker with guns. We be teaching each other how to clean that shit, how to load them properly, how to aim, how to look at the iron sights, right? All that shit. But we be doing it under disguise of something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, let's get together for a pool party, nigga. We really in that bitch with ARs and shit. Like, looking at them hoes, man. All type of shit, cause at the end of the day, that video was stupid fuck. I already knew they was on some bullshit when that second white dude hopped out the truck and that nigga started jogging around with his motherfucking gun and shit, tactical as hell. And then they over there talking about some, hey, you hit her. Hey, how is you trying to talk reason to a nigga with a gun who think he right? First of all, everybody in that neighborhood should have had a gun. They should, all them niggas should have been killed.
That's my point.
Fuck, what the fuck is they doing trying to talk to these niggas, bro? White people automatically think mentally that just because they say something that they right, just because they white. I don't give a fuck about any of that nigga. All them dudes should have been dead. You know what I'm saying? And then after we shot them niggas up, we would have took their vest and all their tactical shit, and we've been wearing it ourselves, nigga. You know what I'm saying? As we start the revolution against these motherfuckers, because that's the only way to get them. And y'all talking about some motherfucking white outfits, right? From back in the day. Dude, they didn't do anything but trade them white outfits in for new outfits of different colors. They all the Klan. Yeah. All of them is Klan shits. White people love uniforms, nigga. And you know what I'm saying? All that shit fake as hell. I don't give a fuck about that, nigga. I'll be out there with a loincloth and a spear, nigga. Somebody gonna die. That's real shit.
And I'll tell you this right here, if you're gonna ride with him, that if you have some of us out there that's scrapped, that have our ARs and long guns and whatever and stuff like that, I'm willing to bet if one or two or three of them are out there and they unload on ICE ass, it won't be no witnesses that's going to go and tell against those guys
Testify.
that unload that and testify against them. They're not going to. They're gonna be heroes, and they are, But when I'm back with Scrappy on. They know what neighborhoods to go to. What I really like to see is some of the ones come from that neighborhood and get over here when they know that the motherfuckers coming into town. But of course, that ain't gonna happen. But
that's part of what I was saying. Like we not organized, man.
no.
We need to get organized. Like they got on the old boy, the Philadelphia cat that was doing the Black Panther thing, and they made him change his name.
Yeah, I saw that.
Instead of making him change his name, why not expand the Panther Party and make him an addition to it? You get what I'm saying? Like we headed in the wrong direction when it comes to that type of shit. I don't understand the division that we have amongst our people. It's so baffling to me, bro. I mean, I get it because that's what everybody is known because that's history. But change history. You feel what I'm saying? Make the future better. Like we can really overpower these cats when you think about it. In the long run, if we gather together, came with a strategy like they do, you know what I'm saying? They scared of us already. Why you think they doing this?
They say about many are afraid to live the Black Lives Matter George Floyd protest thing, but 93% of them reported as peaceful. I think that's a part of the problem. Everybody thinking peaceful. I done made it already, or I don't want to. You know what I mean? I got a good position at my job. I want to lose my position, or I want to be seen on TV as doing this. Has the Black Panther Party went into hiding, kind of sort of just in case? Because you know what happened to them back in the day, how they was infiltrated and treated, right? Do you think that's their thing? Like Seven said, we just gonna act like we having a pool party, or we gonna act like we don't exist. That way, you're really not focused on us as much, and that way we don't have to have that pressure. You think that's what's going on?
I don't know if that's what's going on, but I will say that I think that sometimes just because you don't hear about it, something don't mean that something ain't taking place. And I just started hearing a little bit about the Black Panther Party when I forgot this guy's name, the one where they had to change their name to the Black Lions, I think.
Last name.
Yeah. And now then I start seeing these other Black Panthers come up and stuff like that. Now they may have been operating in the background or whatever. I don't know, but I've been seeing this guy take action and talking about what they're going to do and stuff like that and so forth and so on. And and that can wind up drawing some attention. The FBI probably watching. We already know how crooked they are, or whatever. And they could just be saying fuck it, But I think that some things are happening. We may not know it. We may not see it, but it need to be seen. And some of them, I hate to say it, but some of them need to be falling down, turned over.
Hey man, I don't want to stop. Hold on, I'm gonna stop the show right now, but I just got an update. As of 2 minutes ago, my video was removed off Facebook and streaming.
Yeah, I just saw that they cut me off.
Encourage violence and a risk of physical harm and direct threat to public.
Yeah, I just saw that it was taken down from Facebook also. Yep.
That's crazy.
That's wild, right?
You see how scared of us they are? They scared, man.
But how is what they doing now? It's like violence, though.
That was crazy.
Because we talking about protecting our people.
Yep.
Ain't that what they doing? Protecting their people?
But it's okay.
Right again? They want to
ICE is the most effective
which is
one
us
right now.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And let me tell you this here. I wouldn't be surprised when we get to talk about it, because I just saw that how the Americans, whatever, somebody here in the US that took over with TikTok or partnering with that, and they not sharing certain footage on that also. You mentioned anything about Epstein or this or that or whatever, they subs to take it down. And I've already had 2 videos taken down off of YouTube a while back, but when one of my guests said something, and I wouldn't be surprised if now that we're talking that they take this down, but anything you get to talk about them motherfuckers, they won't start taking it down because they want to control all that shit. But it's okay for them, not for us.
Remember I posted that cartoon, that Simpsons cartoon of Trump in the casket. I don't know if y'all saw that one. I posted that the first time he won, right? They took that down and threatened to cancel my page. They scared us.
Shout out to whoever it was.
Yeah, that was something, man. Them motherfuckers just took us off Facebook. I was going live. I shared it on my wall and shit, sharing the live, and they just took
Yeah,
us down.
that was wild. I mean, he watch. Well,
Yeah,
hey man, you should don't be watching me, man. Watch Ice.
Goddamn it.
Um,
You know what I'm saying?
what they
Watch
do.
Steve. Watch something else. Man.
yeah,
Hey, the
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
why they don't want nobody to see us talking like this is because they know how impressionable the population is with how they use social media to tell motherfuckers against each other and to push subliminal message to people, right? So with us talking like this, we just cracking the code on them niggas and reversing what they've been doing all along, right? And we gonna start getting people thinking and realizing that slavery ain't never ended. Motherfuckers been a slave. And as far as working and thinking that you living in a time of peace, nigga, the fact that you feel peaceful and at work means you at war, nigga. The enemy has been winning, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got you under a subconscious war, dog. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you feel at peace with this crazy ass shit going on, these niggas just get more blatant and blatant in your face with the shits.
Yeah.
Because they know how comfortable you are with where you at. That's the same thing with your jobs, right? They gonna keep doing bullshit to you, right? Because they know that in your mind subconsciously, you know, hey, I need this money to live. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if it ain't your job, nigga. They gonna say whatever, nigga. They know you gonna go with it because it's your job. At what point is niggas gonna get smart enough to fight the system together? You know what I'm saying?
Unplug from the matrix.
What'd you say, bro?
Unplug from the matrix, bro.
Exactly.
yeah. Because I don't make the news, man. I just report it right here on the
Yep.
PM Lifestyle Podcast. So if y'all was feeling the type of way, man, salute. I'm glad they got it in your skin, man. So go ahead and call your local congressman or whatever you need to do to go ahead and stop it, whatever the case may be. We're gonna report what we see. You know what I'm saying? And it's really going on in this world. It's nothing that's made up here. And it's nothing no different than the propaganda that y'all putting out there daily, daily. They had this a convention down here in Dallas where they had all the corporation, all your presidents, and all these head head people out here pushing the same narratives that they were pushing back in the Nazi days. So if y'all feeling the type of way, and go holler at your great grandpa or that whoever that dude is that you listen to, or whoever been telling you, your mom and all that, that you can't mess with us, or whatever the case may be. But y'all keep pushing the issue, man, and the narrative. You got a man right now in the White House that's doing his best to keep everybody up out of here to try to keep this country their country when it don't belong to them. By 2044, y'all know that y'all was supposed to be extinct, right? Or y'all gonna be the minority. I really believe that you're the minority right now because there's no way that you are populating the American people more than blacks, Mexican, Asians, or anybody that's here, especially with all these blended families and stuff like that. You guys ain't really touching us. And that's just real talk. And I think that y'all so scared because y'all been scared all y'all life. And that's the way y'all been handling things there. So salute to whoever was that reported, man. I'm glad you was watching so you can get a little bit of this news. You feel me?
yeah,
That
yeah.
Hey, yo,
part.
they say, hey, real quick, yo, they say, just to go with what you're saying, if you look the numbers up, they say white people only make up like 1 to 2% of the population on the planet, man. These niggas ain't got them numbers.
At all.
Mm-hmm. So
That's why I say it's not about the numbers. We good on the numbers. We
Yep.
lacking organizations, my guys. That's it.
that's it. And it was so many times when they did see us get organized. They did something to compromise the mission that we had. We can go to Oklahoma City bombing. I mean, yeah, that South Carolina. It's time after time that they have sabotaged us and done something to make it to where they didn't want to see our progress. You know what I'm saying? And it just it hurts them at the bottom of their heart to see us come together in any kind of fashion, any kind of unity that we make to make sure that we don't progress. We had doctors, we had lawyers, we had hospitals, we had banks. Our monies was circulating in them neighborhoods for hours, days. Now our money don't even circulate that long into our own neighborhood because we're giving them out. But once we do come together and once we join up, y'all gonna have a problem on y'all hand. Because I do believe
Mhm.
and I know we are the chosen people, man. So you can't tell us that y'all was here first.
Facts.
For
Facts.
real.
That's 100. And I tell you this here, they so quick to hate us, to be against us and all that. These diehard maggers and diehard whatever they else want to call themselves. But it's one thing they really will try to get off into, and that's some of that black pussy. They will try to get off into that, but
Yeah.
They hate us to death, but they definitely want to try to get them some black woman. They've been doing it for years, and they still doing it right now. You let one of them maggots come up in there now, like Mark. Mark probably not watching. He probably married to a white lady or whatever, if he is married. But I bet you what, he want to get him some of that blackness. I bet you that. That's just my thought.
Hey man, it ain't just the black pussy though, bro. Because you when you watch these white people, man, even they watch their kids. I be on a video game, listen to these niggas. They want to talk like us. They want to
Oh
dance
yeah,
like us. They want to have the swagger and how we talking. Nigga, I can tell a white person just from the sound of their voice. Nigga, black people and white people don't sound the same. You know what I'm saying? At all. It ain't got shit to do with no accents neither. It's just white people say voice sounds like it just lacks the soul. You know what I'm saying? It's just bland, choppy as hell. And they know this shit.
Mentality.
You wanna like whenever you see a white motherfucker start doing a person's dance, black people be all over the nigga talking about some get it, yeah. I don't give a fuck about that nigga doing no dance. They be talking about some he invited to the cookout, yeah, for us to beat his ass because he ain't about to eat none of this food.
That part.
or bring none to the cookout.
Right.
Who the
his
hell made
bracelet
that
was
joke?
gonna have raisins in it.
Exactly, man. Somebody said I find the socialist groups are good at uniting communities and educating people about the long history of oppression. Have you all considered socialism at this point of solidarity? Um, I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know how
Seven,
to
scrap,
Man, hey yo,
what is it?
now go ahead, Brody.
Anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they talking about or whatever. So they got to break it down to me a little bit better than that. Won't you go and come on the show so we can go and get an idea of exactly what you're talking about? Cause or break it down a little bit more because I have no idea what you're really talking about.
That part, yeah. Put your email in the link or something like that, and I'll send you something if you want to come on and explain yourself, man. Like they say, no face, no case.
Yeah,
So let us know. We definitely send that out to you. You can join on, you can explain yourself, and we can answer. But in the meanwhile, it's pretty messed up around here, man, and I don't see it getting no better. Shouldn't they be having elections pretty soon, the midterm elections and all that? Do you think it's going to be a change?
I think they're
No.
coming up in February.
I don't give a fuck
February?
what party we in, nigga. It's all the same agenda.
All the same agenda.
nigga's playing. He playing a video game, bro.
Yep.
Playing a video game with our lives. You know what I'm saying? He like, I'm gonna keep playing until I die, type of shit.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on. You feel me? He gonna do what he want to do until somebody stop him.
Hey, it's crazy because this man said they playing the video game, right? And to go along with that, right? All these niggas out here waiting on Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out, and we living that shit.
Hey,
What?
that's crazy.
That part
Right now, it is just
right
like that
now.
right now in America.
Yeah.
I thought we'd seen it all, man, but it's crazy, bro. Like to see just to know that they militia has put on uniforms and has hit the streets, and this is the same dude on January 6th that said stand back and stand down,
Yeah.
and they showed pictures of some of these ICE agents with militia tattoos, white militia tattoos on them. You know what I mean? So
I
do you
wouldn't
think they
doubt,
on checks on these people, man?
I wouldn't doubt that all these, well, not all, but I wouldn't doubt that the majority of these ICE agents is the same motherfuckers that he pardoned from the cap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
But I agree with that. But you know, I'm gonna say this here, and I kind of like what Jasmine Crockett said when she said that some of the Republicans, when they stormed the Capitol, they was running too because they didn't know if they was after their ass or not. You know,
Nah.
so they were running and on the run. But soon as it was over, and then they right there on Trump's side. You know, I'm like, come on, man, get out here. They just flipping the script like that. But just want to say that. But PM, let me ask you this right here though. You know,
Yes,
how do
sir.
you feel about how they didn't just took your damn video down off Facebook? You know, I mean, you know, we've been turned in, and the things that we're seeing, we're voicing our opinion. We're not really talking about going out there killing and shooting them. No, we're talking about organizing, getting together. There will be some, but not targeting anyone. But how do you feel about that? They didn't just tuck your damn video out on Facebook.
Oh man, like I said, I don't report the news. I mean, make the news, I report it. So I'm going off of what I've seen and what I've known in history. So by them taking this video down, it must have sparked the nerve of somebody because we ain't said nothing about violence that's not happening on your news media, your TV, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But I know I have seen skinheads. I had homies that got shot and murdered by skinheads in Los Angeles. Um, and I'm watching it on TV. Like there's a 2 hour series right now on YouTube. I'm gonna send y'all the link. If y'all check it out, it's gonna show you how they think and what's going on in the current day and what the history of it has been from that. So by taking my video down off that one platform, it posted to other platform. And like I said, this is nothing that's incriminating to us anyway. But if you can go out there and watch, because right now I live in the north of North Dallas, right? North Dallas. They was passing out flyers to join the KKK.
Mm.
So I'm not making up nothing that hasn't existed in years. So by taking this video down, you know what I'm saying? The only thing you're gonna do is you have it on the hard drive and I can repost it at some point. So unless you turn off my account, it ain't fixing to happen. Because I'm gonna repost the video. It ain't gonna be live, but I'm gonna repost the video and then have it. Maybe they don't like the logo or the flyer that went along with it. But what
Right.
in case if it brings some to get your attention, then I feel like I'm doing my job.
And
Right.
I'm gonna repost the repost.
And I'm gonna
Yeah,
repost the
yeah.
repost the repost.
That part. And short to short to short. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna say this right here too. Back when the COVID shit was going on, they took one of my videos down because one of my guests made a comment about COVID. Right, about 3 seconds on there. But you can go on YouTube, and there was a shitload of videos talking about COVID at that time. You know, and some of them people wasn't doctors; they were just voicing their opinion, and that's what my guest at that time did. And that's why they took the one of taking the video down. At least that's what they sent me when I had appealed it and all that shit. And, that's automated. They just kicked it on out. But guess what? It was still up on at that time when I was on Spotify, and it's still up on Facebook to this day right now. So, like I say, they take it off this one. Shit, fuck it. We weren't doing them. We're just talking what's already out there. So, but I see how you feel about it, bro. Shit, yeah, that's what's up.
And it is what it is.
They're gonna do what they're gonna do, but they can't silence us, man.
No.
They can't silence us. So, you know what I'm saying? Tap into the tap ins and everybody, let's organize best way we can.
Yeah.
We gotta defend this is our home, bro.
Yeah.
When they get to us, where they gonna send us to?
Yeah.
Where they gonna send us to,
That
bro?
part. Amber Tate says some race Trump lover got in his feelings and got hurt.
Yeah, hell yeah, they did. That happens, but yet they can say whatever they want to say. So when we get to seeing it and talking about organizing and coming together and shit like that, oh no, we got to get them out there. We can't let that video get out too far. We're gonna do nothing but repost it and just change the title, and someone will still hear it.
Oh, because we defend our homeland. We want to defend our home, and y'all mad about it, huh? Okay, well, stay mad. Don't stay defending it. How about that?
Yeah.
I say this is making me motivated to even get the organization going, organize a peaceful organization. It's for self-defense. You know what I mean? Like organize people and then get the idea, get them the motor going in their head that this is going on. So for those people that's sitting out there like it ain't gonna happen to me mentality, like Scrap said, that it's divide and conquer. You know what I mean? They're doing this for a reason because they are outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? So the main thing is now we can take away from this group, this group, this group, this group, then we can actually try to attack from that level. But at the same time, they forget the wars that we done fought too. You're not the only people that had people in the military and the army and has training. We have black veterans too. And it goes way back into to years back in time. So don't think that just because we don't sit around here walking around talking about what we gonna do, it's a mess around and find out mentality. You don't catch us in public spaces causing all these trouble. So that's where we get the term Karens from. You always jump into somebody else's business and messing with somebody until you find out. And like I said, I'm a peaceful person, bro. I love everybody, but at the same time, I'm not finna let you slap me in my face and think you finna walk away with it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let you attack me and think you finna get away with it. So just understand, if you bring it, I'm gonna send something back with you. That's what that is. So,
hey, I'm cool till I'm not. So, y'all want to play? Let's play. I'm trying to keep it cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to protect my family.
Yeah, no doubt.
Future, you know what I'm saying? If y'all think y'all gonna come out here and just do whatever y'all want to do all across the nation, try again.
It's
Hey,
pretty
yo,
crazy out there.
hey, let me say this, man. Hey, I think it's crazy that these motherfuckers out here taking this video down. We talking about bringing our people together and protecting people, right? But these are the same niggas who will sit there and motherfucker make a TV show about Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga, and get that bitch platinum awards and all that shit, saying it's a great nigga. People, families suffer from this shit, and I know these niggas is still around, and they probably wonder how a nigga who murdered their family member got a TV show. This nigga got a TV show, and these niggas making jokes about it. People loving this shit. They ain't cancel that shit, but
At
they
all.
cancel my man shit for us talk about coming together off reality of niggas doing us dirty is crazy work. That's why people should really see how fucked up their minds are. Is the fact that you sit here listen to niggas talking about protecting themselves and their families, and that's bad. But then you'll watch a show about a nigga eating people, motherfucker. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. It is.
Yeah.
And for the main part, I mean, we've seen this over years and years and years and years. It's done, right? And they still practice this and this with it. You can go catch somebody in the backwoods, hate us for nothing. I
Mhm.
promise you, I ain't never woke up and say, you know what? I can't stand white people today. Let me go out and go mess with somebody. That ain't what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I got other things in my mind, you know what I mean? Taking care of other type of business. But their everyday purpose is to wake up and hate on black people and try to stop their progression in the world. And it's crazy to me that you can spend that much time doing that, but yet you can't get out your trailer park. That's wild.
Yep.
Like, bro, how is these niggas out here? I got niggas out, right? I listen to these white kids on this game, right? Talk about black people and how they live in the hood and how the hood is so bad. But these same dumbass white people can't fess up to the fact that the government set all that shit up. Them is white people that set that shit up to be like that. Nigga, where these guns and these drugs in the community come from? Nigga, we ain't buying this shit ourselves. We not bringing this shit in here. But you got the audacity to sit here and talk about how bad these communities are when you're feeding them the poison. How the fuck does that even make sense, man?
Let me
And
show you how crazy it is. Charlie Kirk was they man. He gets shot. They
Not
kicking
by
the
us.
schools. They get not by us, never. You know what I'm saying? They kicking people out of school for making fun of him. They naming highways after this fool. They doing everything to promote that negativity. But then this ICU nurse gets shot in the back of the head. He was a thug, and he wasn't a thug. What they said, he was a suspect. That's
mhm.
what they kept on saying. He couldn't carry a gun at the protest, and he was protecting a woman. It's crazy how they can make that balance and try to create that narrative to make people's minds flip and say, okay, this
They said
person wrong, this person
they,
right.
they
Charlie
said they
Kirk
saw
was
a cell
nothing
phone.
but hatred.
Yeah.
They said they
Yeah.
Hey,
saw a
yo,
cell
when
phone. It was a gun, bro.
They saw what?
They saw a cell phone and thought it was a gun.
Yeah. And for Charlie Kirk, they didn't lower the flag for him and shit, But yet when the two National Guard people got shot and one of them lost their life, I didn't see nothing about no lowering the flag for her, whatever. But for Charlie, they did. And I'm like, whatever with that. And let me just touch on one other thing when Seven was talking about these kids talking about the hood and this and that on the game. Where they get that from? They ain't been to the hood. How do they know what the hood is
exactly.
like or whatever, something like that? They probably hearing mom, dad, or somebody talk about it. Cause best believe they probably ain't took their ass to the hood. I doubt that very seriously. They probably don't know where the hood is or which direction to fucking go. But I'll just point that out.
I mean,
Hey,
I can't
yo,
understand. Go ahead, Seven.
I was about to say this, man. When Charlie Kirk got shot, right? In the media, one of the first things they was letting out when they found out who killed him was the fact that it wasn't even a black person or a Mexican person. It was a white dude who shot him, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck these niggas was still talking about going to black schools and attacking black people and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Get that. That just goes to show you that that's what they wanted to do anyway. They didn't give a fuck who really shot this nigga. They just wanted to fuck some other races up, and that lets you know how racist motherfuckers really is.
Yeah.
When they know who killed them, they not even fucking with that nigga. They going to fuck with other people. I heard niggas talk about going to attack groups of black women and shit. Like, what? How the fuck, nigga? It wasn't even a woman who did the shooting, and the person wasn't even black. These niggas out here sick, dog.
When Charlie Kirk got shot, I looked up the school, the location,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, that wasn't a black person. The percentage of black people, it's not even 3%, I believe. 3 to 5% that might even went to that school, bro. And you know them, half of them probably was, thinking that they were white or what just had to go there for the environment. I
Mm-hmm.
already knew that the suspect was a white person. But a simple fact, the percentage of white people that went to that school.
Yeah.
And then get on top of a roof. What was the last assassin that y'all remember that we even had?
He was
DC
white.
sniper.
And wasn't there a black person who was doing some sniping out of a car or some shit
Yeah.
that they were
DC
talking about?
sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The DC sniper.
Yeah.
That's probably the first
Yeah,
and
he was
last time
white.
we heard about it.
That's the only time I heard this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Had
I forgot about
people filling up their gas and going jumping in their car and landing.
it.
And what he did was what he do? He shot out the hole of the lock of the car
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
box Chevy. That's how they should have known
Not
him.
Chevy.
Boy, you shooting out a box Chevy.
Yeah. Old school style.
Man.
But we've had the dude that assassination temple on Trump on top of the roof, white boy. The one that was at Mar-a-Lago, white boy. All your school shootings, Baldy, white boy. The when they blew up the building in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City
Right.
bomber. Only reason they didn't go after him is because he didn't put the hate group that he was on there. But guess what he was following? The Turner Diaries. He was following the Turner Diaries, bro. And he said he was gonna follow out. And he said, for any white people that's caught in the mix, God bless you. Shouldn't have been there. So I never would have gotten up and said, I'm fixing to go up, blow up this building. I'll be right back, mom. Nah, homie, that ain't fixing to happen, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's not even in our DNA.
Nah, it's
America has a problem, it ain't us.
Hey man, every time a motherfucker, if I'm in a workplace or at a school, right? Every time I see a black motherfucker get mad, the first thing that pop in my mind is whoever they mad at about to get their ass whooped. Whenever I see a white person get mad, I be thinking, I gotta get the fuck out of here because these niggas is about to hurt a bunch of motherfucking people. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. Yeah.
Pipe
That is
bomb
true.
motherfuckers.
Man, I worked at this a place called, what was it? Bye Bye Baby. I worked there, man. And this white girl was getting beat by her husband. Dude was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I went to go take pictures at their wedding. She called me. I look over there, man. The whole time I'm taking pictures of them. This how he looking at me from taking it. Like I'm over here taking pictures at a distance. The whole time he's supposed to be with his wife, he over there looking at me like this. It was a bunch of red. And I'm telling you, the dude was mad. So when he was beating her up one day, I'm in there working. He chasing her around the car outside the job. And I'm in there yelling at the manager, like, hey, you better go see the white girl. You finna go and beat him. I was telling him, I said, hey, he dangerous. I think he gonna come up here and kill everybody. For real. Exit strategy, everything knew how he looked because I knew he was gonna do something. And one day he choked her to her. She, had all the marks and all that. She called the police and divorced him, but I just had a feeling that he was gonna come shoot that store up, man, because that's what they do. And like Seven said, I got a problem with uh the homie in the back. We finna go scrap in the back. I ain't gotta worry about him shooting up everybody.
Yep.
I ain't gotta worry about that. But what they have done is you see they start labeling club shootings, mass shootings. Y'all see that?
yeah. PM, just on a quick note, my screen had went blank or something. I think, oh goddamn, they didn't cut us off. But it came back on and shit.
You know I had that bandwidth for you, man. I could have emailed you some. Don't worry about it, bro. Got you.
Hey man, I tell you this, that's why I say that we gotta stay ready, man, so we ain't gotta get ready, because we never know, these different things and situations that's going on in the store, in the mall. I have a cousin of mine, he don't want to go like nowhere really. He don't want to go out to a big gathering or to a big event because he fear a shooting, but I tell him, man, you work at a warehouse, cuz somebody could have been just got fired and then came back up in there with it. So, you can't live sheltered like that. You just have to stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. If you don't have your conceal, you go get your conceal, go get your long gun, go get you whatever you got to get you. You just have to be prepared, man, because it can jump off anywhere. And I will tell you this before we go on to something else or whatever. I hate them fucking 30-06, 30-07 fucking posting, because that guy that's coming up in there to do wrong, he doesn't care about them signs saying you can't conceal in here, you can't open carry in here and shit like that. He doesn't care. But me, since I am licensed or whatever, I'm gonna respect the sign. I'm like, oh shit, let me leave this in the car. But that other motherfucker, he don't care about that. So my thing is, I hate those signs. I always have, and you should want somebody in there like me to help stop a situation that may jump off or may not jump off. I hate those signs, but
Yeah, because it puts you at risk, man.
yeah,
I don't understand that they ask you to go do this, and then all of a sudden you a victim along with everybody else up in there, and they done shot up 15 to 20 people
yeah,
up in a grocery store, and it's 15, 20 cars, I mean, guns in the car outside. Just like that white boy that went, I don't know if y'all remember that. He went up to that grocery store and he said, that why they asked him, why did he go to that black grocery store? He said, because I know it was a well populated grocery store with a lot of black people, and he could have shot a lot of black people up in there. And a lot of these people that shoot, do you ever hear about them going to court and trial
No,
dates?
no, no.
nah, I have.
Never, right? The dude that just shot Charlie Kirk, I ain't hear at that arraignment, you don't hear nothing else about him.
Smoke and mirrors, bro.
Yeah.
The dude that shot up the people that was doing at the little parade, you don't hear nothing else about him. What happened to the kid that the one of the assassination Trump attempt? He died. You don't see no pictures, no posts, nothing. The white boy in Marcialago, they was shooting from the bushes. He went to jail. They don't say how many times. Like, he went to court faster than Eric Holder went before killing Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah,
That part.
yeah,
It's
That
crazy.
part.
So, if we can by any chance, man, unify, what I mean, come together, each one teach one, we should. And we give it whatever information we have. So if you haven't gotten your medical kits, go get that. If you haven't learned how to survive or some survival guides, go get that. There's a guy on Facebook right now. He can teach you how to make little pots out of cans. You know what I mean? By cutting it in half, putting it together, with some alcohol in it, and lighting it up, you can cook some food. It's all kind of stuff that we need to start picking up, man, and stop acting like we have the "oh, we done made it" type of mentality. Because the fast as you done made it, as fast as they can take it.
yeah,
And I think that's a lot of our problem right now in our community, the people that's not really taking advantage of this, because they have a blueprint. They be having a blueprint since they've been trying to stop us from voting, suppressing votes way back in the 50s and 60s and 40s, man. And they're not stopping. They're breeding this stuff every day. They wake up to it every day. And I need to tap into. Right now, I'm actually looking for the Turner Diaries just so I can read it and see what they really thinking about. Because when they did that insurrection on January 6th, that's all they was talking about. Everything that they done in there was something that done with the Turner Diaries, bro. And it's their blueprint. And I don't know how they, associate themselves with the Nazis and all that, but if you see a flower color shirt, it's the Boogaloo Boys. If you see somebody doing this, 3%ers. Or however the case may be, please get ready. So it's going up on an hour and a half, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go around the thing so everybody get their closing comments and what they think, man, or any information you want to share with the people, man. We can go ahead and start with Scrap. Scrap.
Hey,
Closing
man.
comments, sir.
All I'm gonna say is lift your black voice, man. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word. We need to come together. Otherwise, we're gonna fall apart, literally. So get it together. Those that shot off for New Year's, don't shoot no more. Save all your ammo. Protect yours. Love yours. I ain't say hate them, but love yours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Seven. What about you, man?
I'm gonna piggyback off what my man Scrappy said, man. Love yours, and on top of that, love yours so much so that when it come down to fighting, y'all motherfuckers is not gonna be hesitating to be doing some killing, cause we gotta protect these kids. At the end of the day, our life don't mean shit if the next generation is not secure. But at the same time, you gotta be willing to kill niggas who look like you only to the motherfucking extent is that you gotta look at how the government did the Black Panthers. They had a nigga who looked like us infiltrate us. So when you realize that some of the enemies look exactly like you would be able to knock their motherfucking heads off because everybody who look like you ain't with you. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain type of mentality we all need to start motherfucking circumferencing ourselves and our communities around and getting these fake ass niggas out. Because some of these niggas, they love money. They love the currency of the enemy so much so they'll do anything for it. You know what I mean? And that money really don't mean shit in if you in a righteous society with the right people, because you gonna have your own shit. Y'all gonna be able to take this. You're gonna be self-sustainable, man. So we all need to get our minds right and understand who the true enemy is and what the war really look like. And then we can motherfucker start healing from there.
And Mr. Wizzo,
And I'm gonna say, man, make sure that you get ready, stay ready, get prepared, stay prepared. I mean, you got to get yourself a heater, whether that be one in your house or one that you keep with you regular, so you can protect your family at all times. And then secure your home. Buy extra. They have these other little door stops and different things like that. I know they have the window or whatever like that. But if you go and keep your heat next to you at night, make sure you got your doors, all of your doors secure. So when someone come up there to hit one of your door, it'll wake you up enough, and that you can wind up going ahead on and laying them out wherever they have to go. If they have to take a nap and go to sleep, make sure you say that. I'm gonna say it like that. And then one of the last things I'll say is that make sure that if you're stopped by the cops, by ICE, or by whomever, go live with your phone. They're not going to share their footage, but you'll probably have, once it's out there on the web, they may be able to delete it like they just did your video PM, but make sure you go live to protect yourself. And you have any young kids and grandkids, because I tell my grandson all the time, who's 14, I tell him, make sure that if the cops stop you, you don't answer no questions until you call your dad or your mom, because they're going to trick you into this, because cops stop you to gain information on you, where you coming from, what you had to drink, you had anything to drink. They trying to build a case on your ass. So in Texas, you do not have to physically hand them your driving license. Let them record that, let them write that down from paper. You display it in the window, crack your window or whatever, but make sure that you go live and you get all of the badge numbers and names that's present right there. We have to do that. And I'll say the last thing is, one guy on one of my podcasts and in the comments talked about a while back that he wished things would go back to the old days, to the 70s and 80s or something like that. And I told him that's bull crap, because now what's happening now these days is that everybody has a phone and they're recording it. And so a lot of these people are getting called out for that shit like that, because I say that my brother doing, I think we were somewhere in the late 80s, some cops whooped his ass for just being black, wasn't doing shit, but it wasn't no video camera and video footage around. So make sure you video footage it. And one day, it may not be in my lifetime, but I think that we're gonna come together, and some things it's gonna get handled, and some people gonna have to go to sleep and take a nap. I yield back my time.
yeah, that's what they said on there, man. They said if you're not prepared, and this is coming from a white militia guy himself. He said you're gonna be dog meat. So the
Yeah.
best thing you do, if you can get something to protect yourself, you at least have a little bit of a chance, and that's what they saying. So I'm gonna say this, man. It's the time right now to unite, mobilize, make a plan of action, whatever the case may be. You ain't got to be about that life, man, but be about something. At least if you're gonna protect your family, be smart about it. You know what I mean? Get out there and take whatever steps it is. If not, call somebody, ask somebody. If not, YouTube or whatever the case may be, it is information. So you're just not walking around there ignorant about what's going on. A lot of people say they're not watching the news. Well, if you're not watching the news and watching what's going on, you're probably going to be one of the first people that's going to be affected by whatever happens when it happens. So I want to thank you fellas for coming on, man, and spending your time with me, man. It was a great conversation. Even though they try to block us, they can't stop us. You know what I'm saying? And they've been trying to do that from the beginning of the times, but I shall not be silenced. However the case may be. We're going to do another podcast. We're going to keep on talking about it. And if, like I said, if y'all have it in the news, we're going to report it. And also, check out Wizzo Talk tomorrow. He's going on. What time tomorrow you going on, Wizzo?
Going on at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
Mad love for Trump or some crap like that. I forgot what it was. But y'all check us out. Wizzo Talk 8972. I appreciate your support.
Tap in with us, man. We want to thank y'all for following, staying in. If you can, follow the PM Lifestyle Podcast on YouTube, the PM Lifestyle Podcast on Instagram, and also on Facebook, where they try to block me, but it ain't gonna do much because I'm about to repost it anyway. So however the case may be, we still up in there, man. Hate me if you want to. I'm used to it. So with that being said, man, y'all boys stay blessed, stay up, man, and peace.